Welcome to A&B Horror Movies. I'm Aaron, and I'm very excited today to be joined by Gil Branco, Lou D'Amato, and the absolutely legendary Lynn Lowry. Welcome to you all.
Hi,
Hey,
glad to
Hey,
be
hey.
here.
Yes, yes, of course. I can't wait to chat with you. So I have you all on today to talk about your brand new horror comedy, A Halloween Feast. So
Life has been nuts lately. My mom's been so freaky.
Your mother's coming back home.
like for good?
Is my mom well enough to be at home?
Absolutely.
I'm aware of the fact that sometimes I act strangely.
You know, in all my years, I've never seen a case like this.
I'm sorry that I cut your finger off.
Wow, and I thought my family was dysfunctional.
Yeah.
She's doing amazing. Her progress is great.
You have to welcome death. There's no new beginning without an ending.
You can't just go around killing people.
I'm starving.
Me and the
Dinosaur.
Boney.
His name is Boney.
Yes.
Recklessness, risk, manipulation. You two will have sex.
Not yet.
Halloween is coming. I shall prepare a glorious feast.
It sounded like a chainsaw.
There's probably something wrong with the blender.
You're insane.
You are a psychotic whore!
Whoa.
congratulations on your new film. It's a lot of fun. I've watched it twice.
Nice.
Yes, nice indeed. But before we get to that, I want to do a quick introduction for you, Lynn. So, like I said, you're an absolute legend, a horror icon. You've been in countless films, or way too many for me to even mention. But I do have to call out a few, starting with I Drink Your Blood, The Battle of Love's Return with Lloyd Kaufman, Shivers by Cronenberg, The Crazies by Ramiro, and the Cat People remake at the very top of the list. And like I said, I could go on and on with all of the films you've been in. I can't wait to chat with you today.
Yes, I did those.
Yes, you did. And they're fantastic films. You are a veteran actor of stage as well, countless films, and you've been involved with a lot of independent horror films. And some of those include Grind, Wolf Hollow, Fang, Attack of the Corn Zombies, the Rabid remake by the Saska sisters, Model Hunger, A Hard Place, and Torture the Flesh. Again, I could go on and on. So this is incredible to chat with you. My first question for you, Lynn, is how did you get into acting? What was it that gave you sort of the acting bug and you thought, I want to be in films?
Um, well, I wanted to be an actress ever since I was a little girl, because I was really, really shy. And I found that whenever I got up in front of people and I got to do my report on the spider or, have someone else's lines to say, that the people that I did it for seemed to really like me and I got attention for doing that. So I wanted to be an entertainer or an actor I wanted to be like Carla and, our gang. That's who I wanted to be.
Yes, yes. And you're very talented. So luckily you got that bug at a young age. My next question for you is how do you choose your roles? So when you're presented with scripts, what is it that you look for when reading them? And even with taking on your lead character in a Halloween feast, what is it that appeals to you when looking for your next part?
Well, for a Halloween feast, Gil called me and,
Mhm.
talked to me. Gil is very persuasive. He's like a very, very optimistic, he just thinks the world is, the glass is full, with Gil.
Yes, I love that. Yeah.
And so he told me about this this film, and then he sent it to me and I read it and I thought, wow, it's pretty, it was fascinating, and it was a great role for me. I mean, just a great role. And I got to play, not like the grandmother, which was really nice because I know I'm an older woman and I know I can play a grandmother, but it was great to get to play James Briggs' wife. I think James is in his maybe 50s or early 60s or something. Anyway, so I wanted to do that because I wanted to look, young again and get to do, S&M scenes with Lou.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh.
Whom I had not met even,
And it came so natural for you both.
It's not. Lou and I we were so embarrassed, I mean, Lou and I had a scene together first where I was in the institution, he was my doctor. But then the way we really met on set was me standing over him with my foot on his crotch. And,
yes.
And I said to Lou, so Lou, do you want me to push on your penis, rub it around, do a circle? What are you comfortable with? And he just looked at me like, he said, whatever you want to do, Lynn.
Just
so that's how we really kind of met, except for him picking me up in the car and us talking on the way to the sets, which was really nice.
Oh my God. I love that. So for those watching, if they haven't seen your film, I think you've just convinced everyone to go out and watch A Halloween Feast right now. The foot grind on I'm in the foot grind scene. So I mean, we could just jump ahead to that. How was it though, filming those sort of risque S&M scenes? What sort of preparation went into making that happen?
The preparation for the S&M scene was just, I mean, I didn't know what to say. Lou didn't know what to say. And they dressed me. So I looked really pretty, bondage, bondage girl.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And, but the girls in the makeup room were telling me, just call him a pig, just say, you're a pig, stuff like that, so, and Lou didn't know he just had to say, yes, mistress. Yes, mistress, and like lick my shoe and stuff. So, I was riding on his back and I mean, we were doing all these things and the two of us were just like, oh my God,
Yes. Oh,
but the funniest thing,
awesome.
The funniest thing was when Guile came up to me and he said, so Lynn, I've got this great idea. How about, after you dance, and the blood stops squirting out of, I don't want to get too much away, but the blood is squirting out of Lou and it stops. And then you go over really kind of aggravated and stomp your foot down on his chest and step over him and have the blood squirt up into your crotch and you have like an orgasm. And I'm like looking at Lou, Guile. I said, okay, I'll do it.
I lost a bet, by the way. I told Gil there's no way Lynn's going to do that. This is when we were first starting. And I heard her say, yeah, no problem. I'm like, oh, okay.
And I have to add that it's like I don't think I've ever seen that in any horror film. So
I know.
Kudos to you all, and Lynn, I think you pulled it off flawlessly. It's another, like you can add like how many ways you've died in a horror movie to your resume. Now you can add that to your resume along with the foot grind. So there you go.
Exactly.
Me too.
I have
And you too. Yeah.
a lot of things to add.
For you both.
Well, it was so much fun working on the film, and everybody was great, and the crew was wonderful, and the other actors were fabulous. I mean, it's one of my favorite movies that I ever worked on. And I'm not I'm not saying that just because the director and the other actor producers here, but it really was. I mean, it was just so great. Everyone got along, and I didn't know that
that's fantastic.
It was happening behind the scenes, but we all had a ball. So
Well, that was one of my questions. So, watching the film, first of all, it's a lot of fun. And it seems like that there's a lot of, I know that there's a lot of heart that went into this film, and it seems like it was fun making it. So, taking it one step further, what was it really like behind the scenes making a Halloween feast?
We were all of us, a bunch of us were in one bedroom quite a bit. And
Mhm.
we just talked and hung out and, ate lunch and slept and,
Yeah,
waited till we were
that's great.
called and, just it was very easygoing and there was no drama, no ego, no,
Mm.
nothing like that, which I really, really love working with people that want to do the thing that works the best. Even if
Yes.
it's your idea and they think it works the best, you do
Hmm.
that. And
Hmm.
that's what I felt, with Gil, that, if his idea worked the best, let's do that. If Lou's worked the best, let's do that. And it was that way, the whole shoot.
Yeah, very collaborative, it
Yes.
sounds like. Lynn, what were some of the other scenes that were challenging for you with this film? There are a lot of effects that come into play, and there's a lot of
Yes.
blood and body parts, fingers, limbs, heads cut off. Um, what would you say was the biggest challenge with the effects and bringing your character to life, kind of a psychotic June Cleaver, I guess I would say.
The hardest thing for me was not to do too much until the end.
Mhm.
Because I'm used to playing crazy people, and I'm used to being big and psychotic, and like in Model Hunger, and
Yes.
but Angela was very elegant and still, and she just said things, in a really kind of casual way, and that was even scarier, I think, when you saw the things that she did. So that was a little bit harder for me, than just playing wacko, which I got to do in the end
Yes.
scene. But
Yes.
but some of the, like, my first day on set that night, we did the thing with the corkscrew,
Hmm.
and it kept not coming out quite right. And they only had three, and
Oh.
it's like, I felt like, oh, I got to get this. I got to pull this. I don't want to give too much away, but I had to pull
Mhm.
something out. You
With the
know,
corkscrew. Yes.
I think I got it on the third one, but I didn't really see that in the film, so maybe it didn't look quite right. But
Yeah, you
but
definitely got it.
that was a little bit of pressure to get that, and cutting James's finger off and sticking it down his throat. That was like a little bit of, I didn't want James to choke, and
Yes. Yes.
so, there were definitely where you feel like you gotta get this.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Oh,
I
absolutely.
felt uncomfortable when I had to dance because I took ballet when I was 5, but I don't know anything about ballet. And of course, Gil was just like, just dance. You can do it. Just do it. Just
Hmm.
dance. And you're just like, okay. And you just do your
Yes.
best.
Oh, it's so good, right? Because I don't want to give anything away about the film for those who haven't seen it, but there's a lot of carnage that happens in this one sequence, and then your character asks sort of an Alexa thing to play music, and it's Chopin, and then you start dancing. And again, I don't know spoilers here, but it's just fantastic. It's like such an awesome contrast. And you are sort of dressed like a June Cleaver in the moment, but you can see blood on your dress, like a streak of blood. Um,
Mhm.
so it's sort of like this G-rated moment with lots of horror all around it, and I think it's just fantastic. So congratulations to you all, to Gil and Lou. You're in this scene. Again, no spoilers, but I think you've all pulled something off really special and flawlessly, in my opinion.
Thank you. I think it's going to be a cult classic. I
I think
really
so
do.
too.
I think
Yes.
it's starting to become that. Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
think it's
amazing.
already starting
Yeah.
to become that. So,
Oh, I think so too. I think, yeah, I think this film will have some longevity, and I love that it's centered around Halloween, right? Because
mhm.
folks watch the same movies every October, and I think this movie will be right up there. Um, so Gil, I have to ask you, what inspired the to make this film? What was the inspiration? And then, of course, what was it like working with Lynn and Lou?
Hey, Aaron. First of all, thank you for having us here. And I'm so happy to see Lynn, so happy to see Lou. And, I've always been my entire life an actor and a writer. I love to write. I just love to go into my room and just write stories. And this was a screenplay I've been working on for 15 years. And I,
Wow.
I would go back and change it, and it wasn't something I wrote like last year or recently. It's something I've been working on for over a decade, and I love horror, but I can't say that I'm just like a horror director or writer. I like all genres, but I really felt like when I talked to Lou, I said, I think this is the right movie to make because of the great passion that the horror audience have for those types of movies. And I love horror, and I felt like, this is going to be very interesting. Let's make it as crazy as possible, basically.
Yeah.
And Lynn brought Angela to life like I could not even imagine how good it was. I remember early on when she started, I would look at the screen at the monitor, and she was just blowing everybody's minds. So it wasn't, the casting in this movie was something that, I didn't have a casting director. I mean, everybody, all the actors in the movie are pretty much friends of mine. People I've known for over 10 years, so I know their ability and all that. I didn't know Lynn, but I knew Lynn was a fantastic actress, and from her past work and all that. And I was very thankful that she said yes. But when she came in, it blew us all away. And not only in front of the cameras, but also behind the cameras, because Lynn Lowry is a very wonderful person to just hang out. we
I can
Lynn
tell
was so
already,
kind,
but
and
yes,
we
I
had such a
agree.
good time. Yeah, I feel like we became real friends.
Yes.
I mean, when you talk about having a good set and everybody was nice, we had a real family, a Halloween Feast family trying to make this movie. There was no drama. It was actually a very, very nice process. Um, and Lou also you can attest to that, how great it was. Lou is my business partner in the company, and I'm very glad he was a perfect Dr. Park, a perfect BDSM guy. I hope that he's still maybe using it sometimes, the harness.
Another thing for your resume as well, Lou, right?
Right.
By the way, Aaron, some spoilers are
Yes.
okay. You don't have to do a completely spoiler-free
Okay.
thing. I think sometimes people
Fine.
like to
Yes.
learn a few things.
Yes. Okay. Fair enough.
And Lynn talked about the heads. We had the company Funko Studios. They make special effects, mostly practical effects and miniature effects, and they built 3 heads, and we put a wig to match the actress, and we had a goop inside that Lynn Lowry had to physically insert and pull out for the brains effect. So everything was done without CGI. It was all a real practical effect. What you see on screen is what we saw on set, basically. And like Lynn said, it was very challenging because the first head failed. The second head failed. So we thought it really wasn't going to work the way we all envisioned. And when Lynn inserted the corkscrew and the brains came out on the third head, the last head, it was almost like a rocket launch gone right. And everybody stands up and applauds.
Cheers, yeah.
It was like that. It was like that. We were all like, "Oh my God."
Yes. And speaking of the, heads, there's also the scene where Lynn, you come in wearing a black trench coat, you have a wig on. It's very much Basic Instinct vibes in that scene with the shovel. What was it like bringing that to life? I guess, Lynn, first with you from your perspective, and then Gil from a director's perspective.
Well, that's Angela's kill personality. So whenever she was going to kill anyone, she wore that black trench coat and the long hair, and and that just gave her that look, and I love that one scene where where I beat the guy in the wheelchair, who
With the
by the
shove,
way,
yeah.
really was in a wheelchair. He was wonderful, but he was
Oh,
a wheelchair actor. And I beat him with what do I beat him with?
you
The
have the
shovel? Was it the
shovel, but then
shovel?
don't you grab something off the
A head.
desk?
She also beats
The
him with a
head.
head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the
Oh, yeah,
parking
The
yeah.
lot.
severed
Yes.
head.
The severed head. Yes. Yes.
But
Right.
I loved walking, in that trench coat and the long hair, and it just gave me the feel, for that. She was just crazy, but she didn't act that way. She was. You didn't have to
Yes.
act it. You just were,
Yes. Oh, it's amazing. It works so well. And I love the one scene going back to the foot grind. I leading up to that, there's one line where you say, something like I killed so X, X, and X. You just list out who you killed
Oh, right,
and you
right.
just deliver it in such a matter of fact way. It's
Mhm.
fantastic. And then Lou, you're opposite her. Your reaction to it just sort of says it all. You're like, say that again?
I can't go just
So
killing people.
yes, that's it exactly. So Lou and Gil, business partners on this film. What's it like acting in the film, right? Because Gil, you play Mark, and you do wear a dinosaur suit a lot of the time. I imagine that was hot. We can come back to
I'm
that.
just very glad
Um,
we shot it in winter.
oh, okay, that helps. Yes. And Lou, you play Dr. Park. So what is it like wearing so many hats and also acting in your film? And of course, with Lynn.
Oh my God! First, I've got to say again, thank you for having us on this
Oh,
podcast.
absolutely.
And Lynn, you've already mentioned some key words. She is a legend in the horror, but she's such a giving actor. I don't know how else to describe it. She was very electric. There's a word. She was very electric in
Mm,
what she did. And I think our characters, Angela and Dr. Park, we had this strange, almost philosophical tension, and I think it was also just because of the way Angela was in a scene. She was in a scene. She wasn't partially
mhm,
in a scene. She wasn't. I think I'll do the. She knew what she wanted to do, and when you watch the movie, you've seen it twice. Watch her facial expressions when she's not even the main character, when she's being
yes.
berated by her husband, the look she gives him, and you know what's going to come next. I mean, that's the beauty of Lynn's acting. It just was a pleasant, pleasant time working with her, and I think she brought out a lot in me. Um, so when you do talk about Lynn, I was so happy to work with her. Now, I will say this. I picked her up at the airport, never had met her before, and I think she got mad at me when I said this, but it was in all honesty. After I picked her up, I talked with her. I think it was about a 45-minute ride to bring her to her place. And I went back and I saw Gil. Oh, how was Lynn? All this. I said, I got to tell you, I just don't see her being able to do Angela. I mean, she's like this, like you said, June Cleaver warmth comes out, and
Yes.
and I'm like, I just don't see this happening. And when she heard me say that, you didn't think I could do this? Like, well, now I do. But my God, that didn't come out until I hear action, and then then what comes out is this disturbing unpredictability just comes flying out, and her performance it just kept the audience guessing. Like she said, am I a victim here?
Mhm,
Am I a villain? Am I a visionary? And we all found out she was the villain. So that part was really, really good for me. As far as taking on
mhm,
two roles, that night with the head, that was one of my first times on set. And being, executive producer, the guy writing the checks, and seeing this last head not work could have been, now what do we do? Even though Gil probably had
mm,
plan 2, 3, 4, 5, but it worked. So that felt good. It was a lot of work being behind the scenes, taking care of things that were going on that we had to, and also played Dr. Park because Gil really made this character very, very interesting. Gil, being my partner of almost 20 years, and friends for longer than that, it was a very interesting engagement doing that film. And I think it actually, if it was even possible, brought us closer. But
mm,
Gil, since you got me talking about him, Gil his writing I already knew was unbelievable. And he brings this like razor sharp wit, this fearless sense of style to his writing, and it's shown in this movie, and it will be shown in other movies. I've seen a lot of his scripts. He in this movie he was able to blend that dark humor and psychological depth to this story, and some of them were unsettling. It just and unforgettable, and that's what he does. And so doing Dr. Park as he wrote it was fairly easy for me because his writing is that way, I guess, is the best I could put it.
And also I have to say, Lou and myself were actors. We met as actors. We met in a movie 20 years ago in 2005, shooting in New York. So we were on set. That's how we met. So our friendship has been amazing for 20 years. And but our company, Right Now Entertainment, is basically we wanted to produce movies because we love acting. So it's a company by actors for actors. You know what I mean? We're not the executives who are trying to come up with a film. We're actors. We can't imagine making a movie and not acting in it because we love acting. And basically it was a way of like, we want to work. I mean, it's so hard for actors, nowadays, to get work. It's just difficult. We can create our work, and Halloween Feast was, I guess, our very first feature film that we did, and I'm very happy with what's happening right now. That people are finally watching. I feel like the movie is finding the right audience. Because we all know Halloween Feast is not for everyone. I mean, a lot of people are not going to like it. And one thing I think it's interesting is a lot of people who don't like horror love this film.
Yeah.
So they come to me and they say, I'm not going to see a movie because I don't like horror. They watch it and they're like, oh my God, I love it. A lot of people say that we got the humor. It's very hard to do comedy. And it's very hard to do comedy and horror at the same time. A lot of people say that we achieved that, and that makes me very happy.
I think so.
Now, the people who don't like the movie normally is because they want to be scared. They are just horror fans. They want to see The Exorcist or something like that, or they don't understand low budget, or And I get it. We're working towards a niche audience who likes the camp, the silly. It's a silly movie. It's ridiculous. It's over the top. I tell people, if you want to watch a Halloween Feast, just don't take it seriously. Just go with the ride. Just go along with it.
I love that advice. And there's a big body count too. And you do achieve the horror really nicely. I think you all have accomplished that. So that kind of leads me to my next question. Why do you think horror and comedy, although hard to I guess to do it right, why do you think, Lynn, maybe I'll start with you. Why do you think horror and comedy work so well together? You've played so many different types of roles in your career, but then you seem to keep, you've done a lot of sort of comic roles in horror. What do you think? Why do you think that works so well together? And what's the challenge of making that work from an actor's perspective?
Well, first I wanted to thank you for having us. It's everyone else has said that, and I didn't say it. So
absolutely, of course.
And I wanted
goes
to
without
thank,
saying, but I appreciate that.
Guile and Lou for all the wonderful things that they said about me. And also I wanted to say to Lou, in that first car ride, I was shy, and I knew what I was going to bring, but I was, shy with you and didn't know you. So that's why, I appeared to be like quiet.
It was a compliment, though, Lynn. Trust me, it was a big compliment.
Yeah. And Lou, you were brave to say all that, knowing that your first scene had the foot grind coming up. But that'll be the last time I mention that. I had to throw that in there.
Well, I hadn't heard what he said when I did the foot grind, or I would have done it a lot more.
Oh yes, you may not have been as nice.
I think horror and comedy go really well together, because I think that people, if the horror is horrible enough, it's kind of nice to then be able to laugh, at something. rather than it just be, unless it's like a really chilling, which I love chilling movies, but mostly now it's just like they just kill people and it's just blood and blood and blood. And it's kind of boring, I think. So, I mean, I think that this is a relief in a way. My sister-in-law never watches horror films, but she came with me to the premiere and watched a Halloween Feast. She loved it. She loved it, and then she made my brother watch it.
That's great. Yes.
So the challenging part about it is that you can't, of course, in any genre, you can't play the comedy. You have to be in the situation is what's funny. And the more serious you are with a funny situation, the funnier it is. So you just have to be true to what's really happening. And I mean, like when I'm beating that guy up in the wheelchair and pulling him out and he's beating me on the floor, it's a funny moment, and we're both dead serious about it. So, I think that's just the way you have to do comedy in horror or anything.
I think so. And like I said, it's the matter of fact delivery without trying too hard, and it just works here.
I love that moment after I blow Goth girl's brains out. And I say, I never liked that girl.
So
it's just
good.
so matter of fact, and
yes,
love that. I love that line.
You need to pick better friends,
too.
Karen.
Yeah.
For sure.
I agree with Lynn. I always tell the actors, pretend this is a drama, because it's the writing. In the end of the day, it's the writing. We had a little improvisation, absolutely. Like the arterial blood squirting up was an idea I had on set. That was not on the script. Thank you, Lynn, for saying yes. I'm going to say at least 5 people have come to me and said that is their favorite part in the movie, and they're all women.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I've had a couple of men tell me that's their favorite part.
Okay. Well,
so across the board.
Very interesting. Yeah. But I think we try to really follow the script, and I feel like the writing is so important. So the comedy has to be there. I mean, it has to be well crafted, and the situations are ridiculous. And how do you make it work? To be honest with you, I think the movie worked way more than I thought it was going to work. And I'm sure it's a comedy that sometimes you see comedy movies, the jokes don't land all the time. I feel like we actually land more than we don't land, but because we're not trying hard, we just have this absurd story that we're acting around it. We're just trying to make it real, and I love it. I've as a director, I've watched it so many times. I still love it, and we're gonna have a premiere we're gonna have a Latin American release. So a month from today is our showing premiere in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Ooh.
And
nice.
Nice.
And let me tell you something, Aaron. Seeing this movie with an audience is one of the most fun experiences ever.
That was my next question.
React
yeah, keep going.
So strongly. People react like crazy. I almost feel a little sad that we didn't have a theatrical release. But at the same time, it's very hard for a low-budget film for a distributor to do that, unless the film has some serious money behind it, which we didn't have. But we had a world premiere, festival premiere in Brazil at Fantaspoa. That was the first time I saw the movie in a big screen with a sold-out theater. It was a magical experience. People just scream and laugh and go nuts. Then we had it in Mexico City. We were at Macabro, one of the largest fantastic festivals in the world. And the reaction in Mexico City was unbelievable as well. So right now, I just can't wait. I mean, now we have, in 30 days, I'll be there again, seeing the audience go nuts. And I love it.
Yes.
Great.
Oh, I'm very happy for you. I'm happy for you all. That's awesome. I can only imagine what it would be like watching it sold out show on the big screen. I just watched it on my television, but still, I would love to see it in the theater. Maybe one day. I guess before I move on, though, Lou, did you want to add anything to horror and comedy and why you think it? But
Yeah.
thank you, Gil and Lynn.
Quickly, I think they both hit it on the head. But the writing is the key, and the directing from Gil to say, look, guys, just follow the script. The rest will come, and it did. You'll notice, when the laughter came, it wasn't because it was a slapstick type of thing. It was just, when she said, well, my husband's not, I said, he just came out there. You're just saying things based on the script, and it's funny. And people, you get this big laughter if you're in a theater, which I was at the premiere, and it really was fun to watch. But yeah, I think the combination of the acting, you had really good actors, seasoned actors, and the writing brought it out. So yeah.
Yeah, that reminds me of the other line when the husband does come in. He's the first thing Lynn, your character, says is, "Are you smoking marijuana in my house?" Rather than addressing the elephant in the room, right? Right? Oh, it just works so good.
And it's the way she said it.
It's great.
Are you smoking marijuana in my house?
Right.
Again?
It's so good.
While Dr. Parker's tied up to the couch.
Yes, trying to get untied through everything that unfolds. Yes. Oh, classic.
And Lynn, the arm out like this is the icing on the cake. Your arm is up, one of your arms.
Yep.
And you stay in that
couch.
You
that
stay
is one
in
of my
that pose.
favorite scenes. Yeah. I feel like that is one of my favorite scenes. And people often really love the second act, which is just bonkers from beginning to end.
Oh, yeah. There's so much happening. Yes. So I want to be respectful of your time today. One question I have is, for those who haven't seen it, how would you describe a Halloween feast using other films like Alien meets Predator? How would you pitch a Halloween feast? Like I said, for those who haven't seen it.
Who's first? Lynn.
Oh, no, you go first.
All right, I'm going to say Serial Mom with Evil Dead 2.
I love that.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
I never thought about this question, so I really don't have an answer. I'd have to think about it. It's just such a crazy movie.
Yeah, I struggle with it too. I don't know. I mean, Serial Mom, of course, but gosh,
Serial Mom is a really good
That's
answer.
a good one. Yeah.
That's
Some people think this movie is better than Serial Mom. I've gotten that response.
Really? That's great.
Yeah.
Well,
but movies are subjective.
I have to agree.
Yes, I'll go with that too. Yes.
Movies are subjective.
I don't think I've seen it since the 90s, but yes. Yeah, what's the voices was great. That kind of, there's some comic vibes there with Ryan Reynolds. But yeah, I don't know. Lou, do you have any other movies to throw in the hat?
No, the Serial Mom came to mind quickly. I don't know about anything else, only because of the way it was shot and the premise, and I think Lynn played that character kind of similar until she went really crazy.
Yeah. On that note, a lot of people thought Serial Mom was an inspiration for this film, when in reality, I only saw Serial Mom after this movie released.
Interesting.
And people started to compare and say, "Oh, this is just like Serial Mom," and I'm like, "Oh, I need to watch it."
So that's what I did.
I watched it, and I was just like, "Oh my God!" I was actually quite surprised by the similarities, but I never saw it before. So I saw it a few months ago.
I love that. You know what else is a coincidence? I just got it on Blu-ray this week. Like I said, I haven't seen it since the 90s. But I was like, why don't I own a copy of this movie?
Oh, wow.
And I just got a copy.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I do want to get to, I mentioned a this or that segment, but before we go there, my question for you all is, what's next? What projects are you working on that you can speak to without getting in any trouble?
I'll leave that to Gil.
Lynn first.
Well, first I wanted to say I've never seen Serial Mom, so my character was not based on any of that because I never saw the film. It just sounded good when Gil said it, so
I love that. Yes,
I'll go with that.
Yes.
I've got, gosh, what have I got coming out? I've got a lot of stuff.
You have a lot. According to IMDb, you have 51 projects.
Yeah,
in
but
development.
a lot of that's not happening, but
Not happening.
I've got
Okay.
Slash Squash coming out, which is the Bigfoot. Well, it's the something big something coming out.
Yes.
And Jesus Cop, which I have just this one scene, but she's great. I mean, she's crazy. Like, I've never been that crazy before. They told me just go as far as you can, and I thought, really? Because I can go pretty far. So that's just that's I think going to be a really interesting film. And A Hard Place is out, which is a big monster movie.
Yes, the lizard monsters. I did see that.
The lizard
Congrats on that.
monsters.
Yes.
I did this thing called what was that? You mentioned it, where I just did the voiceover of the mom. It's an English film.
Bradley?
Bradley, right.
Yeah.
They just had me do the voiceover of the mom, and it was a really intense, long, many scenes voiceover of this really bat crazy woman who is having sex with her son, and she's in his head. And so I'm curious to see how the voiceover goes. And I have Mind Flip coming out, and and I
Drag Pyres, is that out
Drag
yet?
Pyres is coming out, where I work with Tom Arnold. So
cool.
That's fun. And gosh, I can't even think right now. Night of the Dead Sorority Babes is out now.
Yes, I forgot that. Yeah. You're a cannibal witch in that one, right?
Yes, I'm a cannibal witch. Kimberly the Cannibal Witch.
That's fantastic.
And Fang, which is on Amazon Prime. So lots of stuff. And then I've got a lot of things I'm filming this year. So
you're keeping so busy. I can't wait to watch all of
very
those
busy.
films. Yeah.
It's really good.
Excellent. That's very exciting. Thank you for sharing that. So I guess, Gil, I guess you can jump in. What do you have coming up?
I'll keep very short. So Lou and I, our company, we want to make it's a murder mystery film, and
Write me apart.
hopefully it's going to be amazing. Lynn,
Write
you're
me
in.
apart.
Kidding me? You kidding me?
I want to be in it.
Of course you're in it.
I'm there.
You have to ask.
Amazing.
The only thing is it's a little more, it's very ambitious, so we need a much bigger budget. So I feel like in a way Halloween Feast is on a roll right now. We really are. We have some summer momentum. I never knew there was something such as Summerween until now. Right. A lot of people watch Halloween films in the summer. The Summerween movement is a thing. I had no idea about it. So for some reason,
timed it perfectly then. Yeah.
Oh my God, we're doing so well on TikTok. I mean, videos almost daily. People are reviewing the movie on TikTok, and people are talking about it. We also have a Blu-ray release coming up. We don't have a date yet. Okay. But we have a Blu-ray.
Awesome.
Maybe September. I'll let you know. Our distribution company, Breaking Glass Pictures, has been amazing. And we just sent them last week some bonus features, deleted scenes, blooper reel for the Blu-ray. It's going to be amazing. You guys are going to laugh. The blooper reel of A Halloween Feast is some of the funniest things I have ever seen. It's funnier than the movie, I think. Okay.
Right. I'd like to see that.
You know, Pancho Moller, he plays the Cujo, which is a reference to Stephen King. I don't know if anybody got that, but
of course, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's just written different. But Pancho Moller, he I guess was he just was improvised lines, and Lou can attest to that. And he's the one who wouldn't follow the script, and it would just go crazy. And we have a lot of his stuff there, and it's some of the stuff is so funny I can't even. Lou, tell me, what do you think?
I broke out laughing half the stuff he said to me. I broke character several times with some of his lines. Yeah.
It was almost impossible.
I got nothing.
It was almost impossible not to laugh. But anyways, we're going to have the Blu-ray with some great additional material. Once I have release dates, I'll let you know. Also, Lynn and Aaron, we're looking at a potential East Coast screening around Halloween.
Oh, Wow.
I have some stuff cooking. I can't guarantee right now, but I'll let you guys know. A
Come
cinema screening on the East Coast.
come to
That just
Salem.
came up. That just came up
Salem,
yesterday.
Massachusetts.
So,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, Salem, Mass. Sure, I'm not far from there. I'm out of Connecticut, New York.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, cool. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cinema Salem, they're always doing like fun screenings and with
Mhm.
directors in attendance. They do Q&A afterward. I just went to one with I forget, but I just went to one and I would talk to them. That could be cool.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exciting. Keep me updated.
Well, I'll keep you updated because, if possible, even more than one. I think we initially
Excellent.
we may be doing one in New Jersey. We have a lot of support on the East Coast for Halloween Feast, and a lot
I
of our
love that.
actors
Yeah.
moved east. You know, James Griggs, who played Richard, he just moved back to Rhode Island. Julia Coulter, she played Karen. She just moved to
Yes.
Connecticut. So
Oh, cool.
Lewis
And
in
I'm in
Connecticut.
Massachusetts, so small world.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my editor, Ryan Kelly, fantastic editor. He's in New Jersey near Summit. And
Okay.
so we do have a lot of East Coast people. So I think it would be fun to do a little screening. Maybe when the Blu-rays come out, could be some little party or something. We'll see.
Absolutely. Yeah, let me know. I'd love to be there. And Lynn, of course, if you can
Yes.
make it up to
Yes, I
the
definitely would
Northeast.
love to do that. I'm going to
Yeah.
be in New Jersey in the end of September, or no, sometime in September. I don't know. I have to look.
Is that a horror convention you're coming up for? Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I'm shooting a film there
Oh, cool.
where I play an Irish woman.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Irish.
nice. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I know we don't have a whole lot of time left. I guess before we get to this or that, I know a Halloween Feast is streaming on Tubi and Fossum. What other platforms is it available on for folks
Okay,
to check it out?
Tubi is great quality. Head to Tubi, watch it. It's free. If you hate ads,
Yes.
a lot of people don't like ads. Go to
Mhm.
Amazon Prime. You can get it. You can get it for like $2 or something like that. You can buy it on YouTube. You can buy it on iTunes, Apple TV. So we're like in many platforms to
Everywhere.
purchase.
Yes. Yeah.
But I always say no hard feelings. If you just go to Tubi and watch it, it's free, good quality. And not too many ads. I mean, there's ads, but I feel like Fossum has more ads, and on Tubi's is better quality.
Yeah, so I did watch it on Tubi, and I have to say that you're getting good quality ads. So that must mean that you're getting a lot of views. So congratulations on that. You're not getting like the Colonel car insurance ads.
Fingers crossed.
And maybe I shouldn't even call that out. Maybe I'll edit that out. Let's go. Let's go right to this or that. So, like I said, it's kind of fun. Usually, there's no right or wrong answer. And the first one is The Exorcist or The Omen.
The
Exorcist.
The
Omen.
Omen.
Yeah, Exorcist. Yeah,
Exorcist. Yeah.
The
I'd
Omen.
probably go with The Omen. I love The Omen.
Gregory Peck one.
Yeah, the original.
Well,
yes.
that's true. But you know what,
Mhm.
Exorcist for me, when I was young, and the whole demonic entity,
It scared me
and,
so much.
The desperate mother, the two
Yes.
priests, the Exorcist. It was
So good.
Yeah, it was pretty wild
It's
for
good.
young my age to see that. So I think it sticks in my head. Yeah.
Yes.
They're
both
the
great.
The Omen is like perfect. It's just a
Yeah.
perfect movie.
And by the way, I like
The
the last Omen.
structure.
They did
The first Omen.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
I
was good.
loved
It was
it.
good.
Oh my God. And that very ending, and he's like, don't you want to know his name? Wow. I digress. Okay, next one. Vincent Price or Robert Englund?
Vincent Price.
Vincent Price.
Yeah, the legend. It's hard to compare, even coming up with a comparison there. Okay, this is not movie related. Do you prefer street food or fine dining?
Fine dining.
Fine dining.
Fine dining. And we make it a lot at our house. Me and my wife, we cook every night, and it's always fine dining at home.
Fine
It's
dining.
good
Michelin
too.
star
I went
at
there
the
love
this
house.
year.
that. Yeah,
Very
yeah.
Oh, Lynn had our food, right? Lynn was.
Very good. Very fine.
And by the
No,
way, one thing trivia about the movie is my wife became Lynn's costume designer because my
Yes.
wife had so many
Oh,
very interesting garments.
He did.
The killer jacket, the leather
yes.
jacket is my wife's. And
Oh,
yeah,
with like the
Kate was the one.
shoulder fringe
Yep,
kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
yep, yep. Yeah, yeah.
And the bondage outfit too.
Kate had the bondage outfit for
You
Lynn.
just happened to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
happen to
My
have
wife
one.
was also the BDSM consultant.
Okay.
Yep.
You can't
Yeah.
make that up.
And by the way, we found another
Yeah.
trivia. Maybe you like this. Our sound guy on the
Okay.
boom guy with the sound, he's a
Yes.
shibari expert. You know what that is?
Is that like I don't know.
Tying knots.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Yep. So our sound guy was the one tying all the knots for the bondage scenes.
Oh my gosh. So
I
after
know.
the fact that like I really can't get out of this, right? I need help.
Yeah.
Right, but the trick is one pull and you're out. That, thank God, because I had to get out quickly one scene.
Yes, you did.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'm glad you
Well,
didn't. I'm glad you didn't throw up on my high heels, Lou.
The
oh my,
inversion table. I hate it.
maybe we should move on. Okay, back to this or that. Body horror or psychological horror?
Psychological.
Can do 50-50 mess.
Yeah, I'd say it's almost like what you're in the mood for, I guess.
Yeah.
It's psychological.
Yeah, usually more thought-provoking there. Okay, this is kind of fun. Freddy or Jason?
Freddy.
I kind of like Jason.
But I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street was the movie that haunted my childhood. I was born in 79. So when I was, in 1980, 86, 87, I don't know, when I was a kid watching those movies, that was what I was afraid of going to bed. I was afraid of sleeping. I remember that. And that's why.
79, you're only 2 years older than me? Wow.
Guys are babies.
I couldn't.
I like Jason because I like Kane Hodder.
Oh yeah,
Oh
of course.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, legend. Yeah. Okay, pizza or tacos?
Pizza.
Definitely.
For sure. Okay, movies here. Life Force from 1985 or Extro from 1982.
Life Force.
Yeah.
You mean E.T. or
no? There's Extro, XTRO. It was like a British kind of alien, odd film. Life Force is probably a better film. Yeah.
The practical effects on Life Force is something that is so interesting to watch. They built all that, and it was great. I mean, to watch. I tried watching it recently, and it doesn't hold up very well, the story and all that.
Yeah,
but it's still fascinating.
It's still a great watch, and they just put out a 4K edition. So if you want to experience it again for the first time, check it out in 4K. I swear I only have a few more. Wes Craven or Tobe Hooper?
Tobe Hooper. Poltergeist.
Tobe Hooper.
Texas
Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh,
yes, that's where I went
for me. But yeah, I guess Tobe Hooper I would end up with, but that's close.
That's close. That's hard too.
Yeah.
Let's see. On vacation, do you prefer sunbathing or snorkeling?
Sunbathing.
Snorkeling.
I don't do either of those.
Fair enough. Yes.
I'm too fair.
I have all my gear.
Too fair. Yes. Yes. I don't know. I guess I sunbathe more. I don't know.
My father was a marine biologist, by the way.
Oh, wow.
So we grew up snorkeling since I was probably
lots of
6 years old.
snorkeling.
Yeah, I have my own gear. I go in the water.
Scuba diving. I love that.
All that. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Two more. Day of the Dead, 1985, or Return of the Living Dead. I think 1985. I think it was the same year, I believe.
Return of the Living Dead. That's close too, though, for me.
That's close. Yeah, that's hard.
Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Day of the Dead.
It's more serious. I like the comedy in Return of the Living Dead too.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. The Halloween franchise or the Jaws franchise?
Ooh.
Halloween. Although the first Jaws is the most amazing movie that's ever existed, but as a franchise,
as a franchise, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Jaws. The behind the scenes is unbelievable. Yeah,
I think Jaws.
Jaws. Yeah. Although let's not talk about Jaws 4: The Revenge. That's not a very good one. Well, this has been fantastic. Thank you all for joining me today. congratulations on a Halloween feast. It must be seen. My very last question is, how can you be found on social media if you want to be found?
I'm on Facebook and X and Instagram and Threads and TikTok.
Everything.
Or
yes.
you can email me at Lynn Lowry at svcglobal.net. And
Okay.
I try to get back to everyone that does that.
Oh, I love that.
I'm on.
All right.
I'm
But
on all of
don't
those.
tell anyone.
Okay.
I'm on all of those as well. And if you want to invest in our next movie, it's Lou at brightnightentertainment.com.
That's right. That's right.
Excellent.
Let's find some investors. We need them. It's going to be even much bigger movie than Halloween Feast. But yeah, I mean, Instagram and TikTok, it's a Halloween Feast movie. Super simple, easy to find. And for me, I'm just Guile Branco, GuileBranco. That's it, across the board. And look up our company, Bright Night Entertainment. Go on IMDb, go check us out. Lots of stuff cooking.
Awesome. Yes, very exciting. Let's see. If you are watching, like and subscribe because it helps our channel. And one last time, Lynn, Lou, and Guile, thank you so much for talking with me today.
Thank you.
Aaron.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it.
Yes.
Enjoyed it. Have a fun.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Sound speed. Here you go. Speeds.
260, go take one marker.
Got it. Sound is set.
Action.
Did you? Don't lie to me.
Cut!
Okay.
B speeds. A speeds.
Okay.
Life.
Oh, I am.
I'm very afraid. I'm real life afraid.
Like, feel my leg comes right down.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's have quiet, please.
We don't.
Kyle, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, guys. We're gonna go for it.
All right.
And 3, 2, 1, action.
There you go.
That'd be great.
That was great.
I think that's awesome. So we'll just go from Angela walking over to open the things on then.
Yeah, and though.
Yeah.
What?
That's fine.
Because I'm surprised that
Not
the head
a
actually
lot on the
doesn't
face?
look too bad.
Is that fine?
Because I think we'll be only from the back.
Yeah, and also
Great
too, it's
time
kind of
selling it
Is this
by
fine?
being
caustic.
upfront.
Caustic?
You smell the alcohol.
That's a good shot. We can do the one in the front. From the back.
Okay, yeah.
So we're just going from her revealing the heads.
Well, no, from her, we just need the cross frame and then.
I wanted to.
Do you have anything to say?
So
This is very interesting. Look at that.
we're gonna.
So
we're
Grace,
gonna go
can we put this?
from
Yeah, go ahead.
Here. Yeah.
Actually, Pedro.
Here.
Now cut the line. You just go right into your next line. As soon as she leaves, look at Karen.
You know, when Richard and I adopted you and Stuart, we didn't expect the two of you to be such brats.
Wait, what? I mean, thank God.
I swear I didn't know. And now you're gonna.
What did you do? Whoa. Easy. I'm sorry.
I mean, he was like just about to retire, I think was his plan, but who knows if he did at that point. Yeah. He was like 38, I think, when I worked with him.
Yeah, no, he said when I worked with him, it was all part of his whole rebrand.
Yeah.
Going from MMA, UFC into boxing.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah, that one was the right one. Yeah, that one was further back because she stood up.